Welcome to Medical Student Life in Japan, a podcast created by a teacher and a group of medical students at Nara Medical University.
We are a small medical college in the Kansai region of Japan. This podcast has two great purposes.
One is to share stories about being a medical student here in Japan.
And also for our students to share fun ideas, opinions, and information about Japanese culture to people all over the world.
Thanks a lot for listening. Okay, welcome back to Medical Student Life in Japan. Today, I am with first-year student Daichi, and we have a very special recording today for our audience, something we haven't done before. We are going to visit a place near our university. But before we do that, Daichi is going to introduce a little bit about that place. It's a very historical place near our university. So, Daichi, how are you today?
I'm very sleepy because I took the class.
Oh, okay. So you're a little bit sleepy. That's okay. No problem. Once we go outside and go for a walk, you'll feel much better, I think. Okay, so Daichi, I think today we're going to talk about a place called Imai Town. Can you tell us about Imai Town?
Okay. Let's talk about Imai. And Kashihara is a city located in Nara Prefecture in Japan.
So that's where our university is,
Yes.
right? In Kashihara City.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Imai in Kashihara City have been preserved as historical heritage. A lot of old buildings are maintained. So if you come here, you can experience the historical atmosphere like the old days. Imai began as the town centered around Shounenji Temple, which is still standing after being burned down and rebuilt many times over its history.
I see. So Shounenji Temple, is this kind of the center of the Imai Town?
I think it is now it's located in the west in Imai Town.
I see. But it's a very important place in Imai Town.
Yes.
Okay. Please continue.
During the Azuchi Momoyama period, the town was initially opposed to the powerful warlord Oda Nobunaga, who was trying to limit the power of the larger temples. Imai was surrounded by a heavy armed military. But through negotiations, armed confrontation was avoided and the town was allowed some degree of autonomy.
Oh, okay.
And
good. Well, lucky for them, right?
Yes. And after that, the town was able to flourish by trade with Osaka, Sakai, and so on. Also, they left money to samurai. And in the late 17th century, when the shogunate system was established around the time of Tsunayoshi, the fifth shogunate, a deputy was appointed to Imai and ruled as shogunate territory. However, when most of the rural areas were about 20 or 30 houses, Imai Town, which had as many as 1,000 houses, had an exceptional scale. Trading in fertilizer, cotton, miso, and sake was very active. Okay, begin again about Imai.
Thank you.
And in the late 17th century, trading in fertilizer, cotton, miso, and sake was very active. as was the case with daimyo financial companies.
Daimyo financial companies.
Yes.
Like banks.
Oh,
Maybe early banks?
Oh, really? Yeah,
Something
really
like
as
that.
like.
I see. Interesting.
The Imaigeta, a unique banknote that has the same value as the Hangata, was also circulated, and it was so prosperous that people said, Yamato no gold is 7 minutes in Imai, and to the golden insect's dried entrance.
Oh.
This amount of financial resources was a great attraction to the shogunate, and they favored Imaicho under a different system of control. They gave them self-governing privilege by giving them police rights and other privileges. The town's unique melody was decided, such as prohibiting people other than their relatives from staying in the town, and self-defense was slowly enforced. On the other hand, heavy taxes were imposed on this financial strength, which caused the population decline from the latter half of the 17th century.
I see.
But ImaiTown's economic power remained long after that. Eventually, rich people disappeared due to the Meiji Restoration, and the town's busters moved to the area around the station due to the opening of the Taisho period. But it can be said that the tranquility of this visit contributed to the maintenance of the town. Later, there was a movement to preserve the townscape, and 9 buildings were designed as important cultural properties. And there was designated as a prefectural cultural properties, which made their cultural and historical values widely recognized.
I see.
Okay. Let's change. 2 weeks ago, when I visited Shounenji, but
So you went to Imai Town,
oh yes, and
Okay.
I visited Shounenji,
Shounenji the temple.
but it was not open.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
that's too bad.
Yes. And I want to introduce Imanishi Ke to you.
Okay. What is Imanishi Ke?
Imanishi Ke is important cultural properties.
I see.
It has been repaired many times too. Imanishi Masanori did judgments there.
I see.
Also, Nobunaga saw the judgment deed and prized for the judgment in 1575.
Oh, okay.
However, streets around Imanishi Ke is but 4 cars to get through.
I see. So it sounds like maybe a type of courthouse if they were doing judgments. Maybe like an old style court.
Yes.
And I've also walked over there a couple times, and you're right. The roads are so narrow.
Yes.
It's almost impossible for a car. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Daichi, for the great introduction. And now, with the rest of our podcast team, we'll go for a little field trip. And can you guide us to the temple?
I have a little confidence, but I will do.
You'll do it. Okay, thank you, Daichi. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be back in a little while on our way to the temple in Imai Town. Okay, now we're on our way to Imai Town. I'm with Daichi, Koshiro, Hagumi, and Mahoko. They're here. They're definitely here. They're just quiet. They're smiling, I think. They're wearing their masks, but they're smiling underneath their masks. Okay, so Daichi, we're on our way. How long does it take to get there from the university?
20 minutes, I think.
20 minutes?
I think so.
Really? That long?
10 minutes?
Oh,
But I run. We can run. If we can run, I think early hours. I think I take a little minutes.
You want to run?
No.
Maybe walking, right? Koshiro, do you want to? Koshiro likes running. Do you want to run?
In Imaicho.
To Imaicho.
To Imaicho. I
Maybe
don't want
walking.
to.
Walking.
Yeah, it's too
Okay.
hot now.
How about you? Do you want to run or walk?
Walk.
Okay, we're gonna walk, Daichi. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll check in a little bit later. Okay, we've been walking for about 5 minutes or so. Maybe 10 minutes?
I think.
You think so? Okay. And we are not at Imaicho yet. But we're getting close, I think. So, let's check in with the students for fun. Let me see. What is your favorite place in Kashihara?
Kashihara.
We'll start with Koshiro.
I don't usually go around university, so maybe my favorite place is my university.
Yes, Nara Medical University. Good answer, Koshiro. Oh, great. Okay, let's check in. Hagumi. How about you? What place do you like? Have you found any nice places near the university? Like a cafe or shop or place you like to walk?
My favorite place is Unomachi Cafe.
U-
Unomachi
Cafe. Okay, where is it?
Cafe. It is in Imai Town.
Imai Town. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Hagumi introduced Uno Cafe in Imai Town. Okay, maybe we can see that today on our walk. How about you, Mahoko?
Inondo Cafe. Inondo Cafe.
Ino, a different cafe. Inondo Cafe. Is this also in Imai Town?
Yes.
Also in Imai Town. Oh, great. Okay. So, Daichi did a great job to introduce the history of Imai Town. But the great thing is, these days, there are many nice cafes to visit for students at the university. Thank you. Okay, after another 5 minutes of walking, we are very close to entering Imai Town. Right, Daichi?
Oh.
We're about to enter Imai Town.
Oh, yes.
Yes. How do you feel?
I am very tired.
Tired. Okay. Tired. Okay.
I don't have little confidence. I don't have confidence.
Oh, Daichi, you'll do great. We're very looking forward to our visit. You'll do a great job. Okay, so we're about to enter Imai Town. And Koshiro, since you're here, how would you describe for the audience?
How do I describe?
Yeah, so Imai Town is a kind of a historical village. What is different about Imai Town than the regular city?
In regular city, most buildings are made of concrete.
Oh, good
But
point.
I think the building in Imai Town is almost all building is made of wood.
Wood, yeah, that's a
and,
really good point.
And the design of the building is very traditional Japanese houses.
Oh yeah, that's really true. Yeah, it's it does. It really feels like you're going into the past, like an old time.
Yes.
As Daichi said in the introduction.
Oh, really?
Now, of course, there's some vehicles, some trucks or cars, but besides that, all the buildings and the road too. The road looks a little bit different, and there's some traditional Japanese craftsmen working.
Yeah, and maybe light is also.
Yeah, the lights are very different as well. So it's really beautiful. I recommend if you visit Japan to visit Imai Town, even though it's not the most famous sightseeing place, but I think it's really nice. Okay, we're still walking in Imai Town, and we've stopped at a small intersection. And for our listeners, because you can't see, we've found a nice little map because Daichi wanted to make sure. Yeah, so we're good, Daichi? Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. So we're back on track. Here we go. We're going to continue to our destination. We haven't reached our destination yet, but Daichi found a sake brewery in Imai Town. How old are you again, Koshiro?
I'm 20 now.
You're 20 now. Okay, so maybe in Japan you need to be 20 years old to drink alcohol.
Yes.
So maybe the other students can't, but Koshiro and I can go in and
Yeah.
try some sake. Maybe someday. Let's try someday. So, okay, let's continue. Okay, Daichi, where are we now?
Oh, and it is in front of Shounenji.
The temple.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Shall we take a look?
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we're inside the temple. And what are we about to do? What is this box?
Oh, it is visitors through their coins and pray for their future.
Pray for our future. Okay, shall we try? Okay, let me grab one of my coins. I like to put the 5 yen. That's like a lucky coin to do at that temple. Okay, ready? Okay, and then what do I do next?
Okay.
Oh, your Daichi's gonna go? Oh, nice sound. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, are you going to pray for your future?
Oh, yes. At first, it was a pass of the examination.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope you can. Okay, good luck. Okay, so we just left the temple, and I learned some very valuable information from Hagumi. When you go to the temple and make a wish, you put your hands together to pray, and you bow one time, which is different than going to the shrine.
Yes.
In the shrine, you clap 2 times, and 2 bows, 2 claps,
Yes.
and then sometimes there's another bow and another clap, I think. Okay, so basically bow twice, 2 claps. Okay. Oh. But also kind of a praying. I see. Okay, thank you, Hagumi. This is a good information for our audience when they've come to visit Imai Town. Okay, we are back. We've been walking for about 10 minutes. And now, where are we, Daichi?
In front of Imanishi Ke.
Okay, so what can we do here at Imanishi Ke?
It is before there is used for the judgment long ago.
I see. So like an old court,
No, yes.
like we talked about. Oh, okay. Oh, and this is from a few hundred years before.
Yes.
Wow. Great. And is this also part of Imanishi Ke? This little ground?
Oh, it is not for
Maybe not.
Imanishi Ke. It is only an art points.
I see. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's just check in. Mahoko, what do you think about Imanishi Ke?
Very old wall.
Oh,
The wall is basically white, but
oh yeah.
it is old, so
Konnichiwa.
the part of it became black.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. Good point. It's very nice, and the roof is very beautiful. Okay, thank you, Mahoko. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've finished our wonderful Imai Town tour. Thank you to the guide, Daichi, for the wonderful visit.
Thank you.
We really enjoyed it. And now I think Mahoko and Hagumi are very tired because we were walking way ahead of them. Okay, so let's say goodbye. We hope you enjoy this special episode. Thank you. See you next time.
Bye. See you.
Bye. Bye.